Oh, greetings, thank you for joining tonight's broadcast brought to you by Fifth Dimension. Okay, we're not going to do normal stuff here. Alright, give you a little bit of background. I'm not much into, what is it called, weed or mushrooms or whatever the hell it's ayahuasca. I never did any of that shit. Nothing wrong with it. Do what you gotta do. Never done it. But apparently that stuff's around me a lot recently. So I've been getting some education on it. So I'm going to kind of channel energies of how to go about it when you do these type of substances, or whatever you want to call it, tools, call them tools, whatever you want to call them. Healing, it's basically, it's your intentions of how you're, for mushrooms, for example, and weed, it's your intentions of what your experience is going to be. Also your intentions of what you're going to heal, and what you want to open up, and what you want to know. And instead of just getting a buzz from it, you can do much more with it. Instead of thinking it's going to get fucked up, you're going to get fucked up with it. You can also turn that around to be more enlightened by it, as many are anyway, but it is basically also to clear blockages and open you up into more higher dimensional understanding. It's one way of going about it. Of course, my cat's here, and crying is going to have to stay out there. So, it's all in your intentions, obviously with thoughts also, that's the same thing. Clearing out your thoughts. Oh god, jeez. Alright, 1 second, we go get them. Come on, hurry up. Yeah, you're here yet. My spirit guy just came in the room. Alright, hopefully I don't lock him up here. Also, the other thing is karmic debt. Also realize that you can pick up on someone else's karma if they can't handle it. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Thanks, Zoe. So, as another... I guess the angels brought you over here, huh? So, yeah, karmic debt is another thing. If I can have a family member or a friend or whatever it might be that can't handle their karma, at times you can take it on for them. And I think I've done that on more occasions than once. Uh-oh. He's not... I hope he behaves up there. Jeez. Great. Pain in the ass. Be right back. So, yeah, he's not behaving when he comes in here. I'm not going to go into details what he's doing in here. I'm not going to go into it. It's not normal cat stuff. Let's put it that way. He's screwing around is what he's doing. So, I'm not making that public. I'm keeping his private life private. So, it's pretty funny actually. Angels brought him here and I kicked him out. So, yeah, for karma, of course, the cat can take on karma, but also you can take karma from others too. And that's obviously not as fun. So you wonder why you're going through what you're going through. If you're going through a lot of hell, you might pick up that you're going through it for a family member or a child or whatever it is. And you just tap into it. It's like, and all of a sudden you feel like this, it's like, yeah, that's what's going on. So, fun, isn't it? I believe we're also coming out of a dark dimension, a dark reality, basically when we're not knowing anything. So we're getting more to know about, understand about the fourth dimension. Doesn't mean our psychic ability is going to be 100%, but it is going to get better over time. We're just going to have a better understanding of what you have right now. Let's put it that way. And yeah, there's people out there that focus on their third eye all the time. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't focus on any of that shit. I just live my life the best I can and just develop what you need to develop psychically, whatever it might be, get through the day. Have good thoughts, positive thoughts, clear your thoughts. I'm working on that one. That way I don't put curses on anybody or anything like that, which I never really thought much of or put any intentions on anybody, or it's like I want to keep a clear road of thoughts on anybody for that matter. Let them grow. Let's all grow, and I'm not control anybody or anything like that, or put any. Jeez. So, I mean, I know thoughts are powerful and everything, but yeah, even the teacher has to learn how to teach what he's preaching. Of course, when I channel beings and all that, I don't always remember what the hell they're saying. That's about like 90% of the time, especially when you're walking around a theme park when you're ready to die. So basically, yeah, like I'll go back into the weed and the mushrooms also bring a channel energy in. They can be used for positive, negative, obviously, like anything. I think ayahuasca is a little bit more powerful for some people can handle from what I'm getting. You don't really need it. You can use the mushrooms or marijuana to get what you need to, whatever that works for you, basically. Now, from my how I operate, shit. All right, I don't use any of that stuff. I used to smoke cigars ages ago, and that was like a bad idea. But at that time, I didn't care if I got cancer or whatever, or killed me. I didn't care. But yeah, it smells, and it just not. I can't do that shit. Smell bad enough as it is. But where am I going with all that? At least from my perspective, whatever the hell, that was the other thing. Okay, everybody has their own point of view of what life is, right? Everybody has their point of view of how you get your power, how you do this, how you do that, right? What is life about, right? That's the big thing, right? We're trying to figure out what the hell we're doing here. Well, here's one perspective. All right, you're here to come power yourself up, right? Power up your psychic abilities, open up your third eye, whatever the hell it is. So how do you do that? You come here and you get the shit beat out of you, basically, right? But can you handle it? So you wonder why people go through what they go through. Now, some people can go through hell and make it a positive, maybe even assist others, or just whine like a bitch. Now, those are here to assist others, because you can go through hell and get no power whatsoever. I think you might get some, but it might be more negative, possibly. It all depends. But more positive energy, it's on how you live your life. It's like you don't have to go save the world. If you go through hell, it's on how you go about it. Is where you get your abilities. It's kind of like you're cracking yourself open. You're taking your soul and you're cracking it open. You're cracking open your abilities. Now, some people can't handle it. Some people can. Whatever it might be. It can make you light. It can make you dark. We can do whatever. And sometimes at darkness, when you crack open your abilities, you go into darkness, but then you make it a positive. Of course, after you went to darkness, you have to go through all the karma for it. So there's different ways of opening yourself up. Not everybody is made the same way. Not everybody can handle this shit. Now I've carried karma for other people, and I just realized that today. Yeah, and then you wonder why you care about certain people. Because of that, because you're carrying around their stuff, you have a emotional attachment to them, wherever it might be, and it can drive you insane. It all depends on how you manage it, of course. But it's obviously life's not going to be completely clear. It's not supposed to be. It's on how you manage your life and how you want to balance it. Obviously. It doesn't mean you have to go save the world. It doesn't mean you have to get a bum money or do it. Just how you live your life, basically, to your best of your ability. You don't have to go. Yeah, if you're trying to save the world, I don't think that's going to work because you're not going within yourself. You're not, you're not going through darkness. You're not really seeing it. You're going outside. I'm looking at everybody but me. Everybody's happy but me. It's like I put on a smile. Everything. I think I'm okay, but really, it's fucked up. So obviously not everybody's here to open up the same way because I became like a world destroyer and all of that. In my previous incarnations came from another universe, been through one universe after the other. I don't remember anything. I got blockages where I don't remember shit. Well, I guess that's going to come to an end. From what I'm feeling, so as a world destroyer, obviously there's more to it than that. Like Genghis Khan of the universe somewhere, doing a lifetime that nobody wanted. Some of us sign up for lifetimes. You must be freaking insane to sign up for this. Because a lot of people, I mean, it's like if you live this lifetime, all these timelines are opening up. Some of them are super bad. Some of them are really good. It's like you look at the positives and negatives of positives. It's like you incarnate in a shit lifetime, like a Genghis Khan lifetime, and you can really make things happen. And but problem is you get hit. You do. There's a lot of positive, but then it's a lot of freaking negative, and it's do you want to go through all that? Because you can face the positive, there's nothing wrong with that, but the negative is like you're gonna have to live through that for years, like forever. I mean, maybe 100, maybe 1,000 lifetimes to heal from that. Especially on the ground kicking everybody's ass. You kind of have to be built like that. I mean, if you're going to be a world takeover, you gotta have what it takes to do that, and you gotta be ready to kick anybody's ass. So obviously, in this lifetime, I want nothing to do with any of that shit. So. No thanks. Well, that's what creativity works. Where I work on is creativity, for better or for worse. But creativity, that's for better or for worse. Like I said, it might not be the greatest thing in the world. Who cares? But you never know. That's where I focus. I don't focus on my third eye or anything. Just creative, which I'll make it public eventually. Just patience. But yeah, I just work on creative senses. For me, that works the best. I don't work on my third eye. I don't work on it. Talk to the spirit guide. Well, I talk to the guides through create. I do talk to the guides. They do message me and tell me kind of nonsense. But either way, tell me stuff I don't want to hear or something like that. Either way. Let's see what else is there. Yeah, coming from the heart. Yeah, being honest, truly honest out there. But yeah, like for me, I don't know my whole lineage. I do feel that I'm coming to a point of learning more about my previous incarnations. I guess they're beneficial for somebody, hopefully for me. Eventually, it become known. Because I have so many blockages I can't remember shit. So some lifetimes that I believe I was connected to, but others say I wasn't. But then I kind of question it. It's like okay, whatever. So it doesn't matter, but sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes guides bring you certain information, but they keep certain things hidden. I don't know. Story. It's just, I guess it doesn't matter in the long run. Sometimes it does because you're pulling from certain lifetimes that are like famous individuals in the past. So you feel like you're connected. Some people are connected to Julius Caesar, Martin Luther King, whatever. And people say, no, you weren't him, you weren't this or that. But then you still feel like there's a connection there. So, anyway. Let's see. I brought some timelines here that were not kind of like giving. I wasn't here physically when this world was like put together, but my world conquering stuff kind of, from what I'm getting, it sits as this earth in its creation of whatever the hell it is. I think light beings. I think it's mostly light beings from what I'm getting. It's like an infrastructure of a timeline that was not there before that brought in a positive, so it wasn't all negative. So yeah, when you're a world blowing up this and that, you open up like dimensions or whatever dimensions that weren't open, couldn't be open before. And so if you blow something up here, but you open up something positive over there. So that's what I'm getting from that. And of course you go to the karma of that anyway. But then you get you go through all the hell karma. You go through all that hell, and it's like okay, you went through all that shit, and so far it looks Thanos didn't kill himself, so that's good. So then you get rewarded for it, depending on what it is, from what I'm gathering. So if you keep going through all the crap, eventually things are going to turn around. Let me tell you. I've lived like a desert of lifetime. Life here, like I mentioned it already. Like nothing was ever fucking working. Nothing. Just nothing. I think since high school to like now. When I started channeling, everything changed. Everything before that was kind of was not good. It was just nothing to write home for. It's like a desert. It's like you're just in a paddle. You're out in the middle of the ocean with no paddle or no nothing. It's hard. And not to say this has been easy, but this has been quite a different journey, that's for sure. For better. It's not perfect, obviously. You're getting into aliens, all this strangeness. And from what I feel that we are more advanced than the aliens. we're going through all this crap and they're not. So, but we're teaching them and they're teaching us. They're teaching us to chill out. They're teaching us to just, get our shit together, basically. We can make this a better place. And we need them. Doesn't mean they have to show up here physically. But they are teachers, psychic teachers. So channeling them does make sense. It helps, remove depression, remove whatever it might be, anxiety, or get you to smoke pot or find mushrooms or something like that. But yeah, let's see. I don't know how, like the lifetimes I've had, I don't know how I can sleep at night sometimes. I sleep, not fine recently, but I knew I was paying for something. Let's put it that way. For like 15 or 20 years, I forget, 15, either way. During my desert period, I knew I was paying for something. I didn't know what it was. I also knew my creative work will happen later in life too, which I'm still not really that later. I guess I have to go for another. Fuck, I don't think about that. But at least some of the stuff I'm working on is finally coming into. The universe is allowing it to come into the timeline, so it's healing for me, healing for others, whatever might be where things are going to go. But obviously, if you think this world is hard, yes, obviously this place is nothing compared to several others that are out there. But this one has a lot of karmic debts, ties, and it's just, once you clear your karma, I think you're free to go, basically. So if you're going through hell, you just gotta have to withstand it. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you can send healing, which is good, and psychic messages, which is good, keeps the mind clear, but it's hard. It's hard to get through this place. I don't think I've fully paid my debts either, whatever the hell it is. I'm still paying for it. Shit. So, obviously I think I'll be out of it by the time I get out of here. I'm going to need a long break, but I guess we're getting started still. So, energies are basically more psychic energies are coming in. But nothing's going to be entirely clear, but I would expect new timelines to come in over the next several years of basically us knowing more about ourselves. But people are obviously going to still have difficulties believing it, but it doesn't matter. And more of the psychic world, the intuitive world, is going to be taken a little bit more seriously. Meaning it's going to inhabit more people's lives, not forcing it, but just it'll be open. It'll just be more spiritual development. It'll be open in the next couple of years. So we're kind of in obviously the early stages of it next year. And the more open your mind is, the better. Obviously, the clear highway of thoughts. So you're not controlling anybody or putting an attention on somebody. Or, geez, I gotta work on that. I don't even think about that stuff very often, but I'm just trying to get through the day usually and trying to stay somewhat sane, whatever that means. We're going into a new, we're going to the beginning of a new era in this next year coming through. So Pleiadians, aliens, Arcturians, I get messages from other people, like I have one, about getting an alien visitation or alien thought, something like that, of visitation. So more of that's going to start increasing in the next couple of years. Got a while for that. So what is needed? Obviously, there's a war on our world. Our politics is a cesspool from another planet, from another universe. Obviously, that's human consciousness that can't get its act together, and everything else for that matter. Our road structures, our buildings, everything is human consciousness. So it's so if the roads are beat up, that means we're beat up. So if, it doesn't mean everything has to be perfect, but it's kind of, we're a reflection of our reality. So we're a reflection of nature, we're a reflection of everything. Like it or not, is a reflection of human consciousness going through an awakening, or we've been going through awakening for a long time, actually. Eventually, humans probably will integrate with AI and robot technologies eventually, because that's just it's just the way it's going to be for some people. Some people already have hearing aids, already have stuff, and I think that's where we're heading. So Not to say everybody's going to have that, no, but there's going to be certain people that are going to have robotic implants, stuff like that. Now, people might get freaking out and all that, but you know, most of society looks at their phone half the time, so you're kind of already there. So, but yeah, that wasn't expecting to bring that in, but yeah, that's kind of some of the stuff I'm working on too, which is kind of interesting. So, yeah, not to say everybody's though. There'll be a population of people that would do that. That's the next evolution of the humanity. I mean, just the way it is. It's just us connecting to, other forms of life. We're going in not cyborg, I wouldn't say, but for some people they might. But I think it's more like implants, stuff like that. Improve the mind, improve whatever it is, eyesight, whatever it might be. Expect that to come in. Just people are gonna get scared about that. You're gonna have to get over it eventually. It doesn't mean you have to have that stuff, but some people will. And it's just, yeah, definitely feel it. We got ways for that one though. So people are scared of everything. They have religion, but they're not scared of religion. But yet that's the thing. That religion is going to break down. It's going to be a while, but it's going to be a long while. But it is going to start. It's going to have to change. It's going to have to change the way they're looking at things, where they're acting, because they can't ignore this forever. The psychic world, I'm going to call it the psychic, the intuitive world is going to get stronger and stronger. Now, like the Arab world's pretty open to all this stuff, well, to a certain degree. But Baptism, the Christian world, sort of, not really. I mean, how many people go to church and channel Archangel Michael or Yeshua or whoever it is? Yeah, those days are going to happen eventually. It's going to have to, because especially in churches that can't seem to get a damn person to go there anymore, and they find channeling. I mean, not to say that they can save the place, but it's a different side of growth. I would expect that eventually. There's a lot. Basically, society is going to crack itself open next year. Early stages of it. Nothing too fast just yet, but society is going to feel like it's going to go in a time warp in the future for sure. We can't sustain what we're going at right now. It's just it's like we're dragging old ideas around, and we pretty much are. It's old everything. Everything's an old vibration. Money's an old vibration. We're dragging the old world, so we're going to be slowly letting it go. I guess more people have been doing weed and mushrooms and stuff more legally. I'm not sure about I guess some of the weed that they buy legally, some of that's kind of government messed with. That's a problem about that. If it's more synthetic, it's more clean. You want the cleanest stuff you can get. And I'm not sure about the government stuff. I don't know how that works, but like I said, I get involved. I have no desire to smoke that stuff. I have no desire to get involved with it. I just, like, my crazy is already built up where, I mean, I have to tone myself down. I mean, I shut myself down. I can be a crazy person easily. I have to go into boring person. I know other people who I fight the same way. I can activate this, like, be some mad person going around. I mean, I don't have the energy for it right now, but I don't think I'm alone in that either. But you kind of just shut yourself down to boringism. But I don't need any of the substances to connect to anything bizarre. I can easily connect to something strange without even trying. That was one of the things I felt advantage of when I was growing up, at least in school. I don't have to smoke any of that shit. My mind's all fucked up already. I don't have to connect. But it makes life harder because you can't really connect with society. So yeah, you might be able to tap into this stuff without smoking it, but you can't relate to society worth of shit. So it's like, at least when you can smoke this stuff when you're friends and all that, it's like, I don't give a shit about that stuff. So it's like, you're like, we're all alone. So, like I said, I'm not the only person like that, but so, alright, I think I'm going to wrap up a little bit. So, yeah, for weed and for mushroom energies, of course, yeah, it's all about the intentions before you do it. But it is clearing out the mind, clearing out the third dimension. I think it's a slow way of opening up. Yeah, it's healing, it's several things. It's slow is good. Yeah, because the last thing you want to do is go have a gangster lifetime or something like that. I mean, that's another way of growing. Become a gangster, Al Capone, do all this, and go through all the karma of it. That's one way to open yourself up. A lot of people don't want to go that route. Can't say I blame them. Yeah, because you have to go into you have to go into the negativity of yourself to really open yourself up. You gotta. That's how you do it. So people that go into your negativity, they say it's all negative, yada yada yada, but you're going into yourself. How many people are willing to do that? People say, oh, I'm all positive and all that. Having a fuck whatever. You gotta build your foundation. So you connect to your negativity, you strengthen yourself. You face yourself, face all your shit, go to jail, whatever it might be, have your head chopped off, have had all that shit. It's fun, huh? It's fucking fun. But then you carry around the scars around you. You carry around all that shit. But at least you have a strong foundation. So when you do connect to positivity, you keep yourself, when stress comes around you, you can handle it. Like at work, I can handle stress pretty good. When other people are panicking, I don't panic at all, actually. I mean, I could probably do other stuff, but anyway, I can probably handle quite a bit, actually, for stress, but I can handle this. And what I'm living is not the greatest, not the hardest, but it's not the greatest, but that's kind of putting the pressure on me to push me to do channeling, push me to just kind of, all these little things in life. Life isn't perfect. I'm not the weight I want to be. I'm not this and that. I'm living in Florida of all places. What the fuck? I guess California is worse to some degree. I don't know. But either way, it's it's like I say, facing your darkness. Not everybody can do it. Obviously, people go through suicide, whatever it might be. They're trying to open up themselves, and it sucks. They're trying to power themselves up, and it sucks. Now, there's others that do black magician work that's a little bit different. They get possessed. But their soul is not there. There's like an easy way. It's like, the darkness is easy. Certain versions of it, like connecting to dark jinn and shit. I'm not fully educated on all that, but like reading somebody's mind, taking items out of people's mind, all that. It's like you're selling your soul. I mean, it might look all fancy and it might attract people to you. Because the more positive side is not that exciting. The darker is more exciting, faster. Problem is you lose your damn soul. So those are connecting to jinns, of having people channel through them and all that. There's positive people that have beings channeled through them because it's part of a test, whatever it might be. There's a positive version of that. The negative version is, tricks their energy all the way around. It's like, hey, you want to be like me? And then you end up dead. So, which is true. So, the fancier it is, most likely it's not good. The more of the positive stuff is boring, basically. It's slow, it's boring, and I don't know how to describe it. I don't do any of that magic stuff. I do connect to magic energies, but I don't really work on it that much. I don't think about it. I don't try to put ideas into people's minds or anything like that, or mind control anyone, but others do, because it's connecting to their own, wherever it might be. So I don't know. Just we're going into a new age, and some of us have been through hell and back through previous incarnations. Got the shit beat out of us, and we're here with no war. We want peace. We might be seen as negative, but we're not, because we're not here to do any bullshit on people. We're just here to be real, and some of that realness might piss people off. It's like, you're not fake enough for us. There's a lot of that out there. So, you're not putting on that business persona or all that yada yada yada. It's like you put yourself out there as you are, and obviously a lot of people don't like it, which is fine. Try to be as real as possible. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not. Sometimes channel messages are really general, sometimes they're real somewhat deep, a little bit. They can get deeper if they needed to, but not right now. We got a long ways to go for where we're heading. We're just getting over our bullshit, basically. The third dimensional ways of looking at the world are starting to let go. Well, sort of. We got a long ways to go. It's just comfort zones. Living on the wild side isn't so exciting. Basically, these beings can appear anytime they want to, and we just act like it's no big deal. That's where we're heading. Getting there is another story, but those people that are connected to aliens all the time, obviously are alien hybrids or whatever you might call them, and they're bringing those vibrations in. They're healing the earth. And it's hard here because they don't really see their family, but they're connected to a wife or whoever it might be on another planet, and they feel that wife, whatever, husband, daughter, whatever. They feel that from another world, and that's a gift to have that. Of course, not easy either. But it shows you what kind of a project this world really is. It's just like they can't be here, but you can. But they are sending your love to help others, and it's just a strange, bizarre lab experiment, basically. And we're going to have more knowledge of that over time. Nagarthian beings will eventually make themselves known. The reason they're not showing themselves because they're scared the shit out of everybody. Yeah, no surprise there. You have a mermaid swimming up to your boat. Yeah, that's not going to go so well. Not yet. But they are out there, that's for sure. And all, giants and everything. It's all dragons. It's all there, just hidden because we can't handle it. That's going to start changing. Not to say we're going to see that and stuff anytime soon. We can't. Humanity's not ready for that. Channeling the energies, getting used to that vibration, and even changing your own form, where you look like an elf, like you have little pointy ears. Some people are going to start doing that over time. And just like they turn. I saw a guy that looked like a centaur. People said he looked like a centaur. A centaur is a half man, half horse. He literally looked like one. People were saying he looked like one because he wasn't one. So, we're kind of already seeing it now already. Couldn't believe me. He looked like a horseman. That's funny as hell. He even had the build for it, had everything. Without the horse. Only thing was missing was the horse. You can feel the vibration around him. It's like the fucking weirdest thing ever. So, yeah. So, yeah, be careful of magicians of any type. Any black, they might be a black magician. A magician in general, you gotta be careful around that shit because they got trickster energies. They don't even know their own power. If they get pissed off, it's just not something you want to mess with. You gotta be careful. You gotta build your boundaries and not get sucked into their shit. And get pulled in their matrix and become, part ownership of them. So the idea is not to have that. Yeah, so I'd be careful what you bring in your energy field. I should talk, but I'm trying. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Just fuck it. All right. I'm not worried about anything. Not yet, at least. Okay. All right. Much love, everyone. Hopefully, some of this is helpful. I know it's not your normal channeling, but it feels like, we'll have Neutron on tomorrow. Hopefully. All right. Much love. Thanks for your support.